Welcome. Welcome to another segment. This would be the Traxxas 110 scale rally partless rundown. So I'm going to wait for people to start joining the live chat. Thank you for hitting notifications. That does help me when you do notifications when I start doing live videos like this. So hopefully you guys are doing notifications and getting these live streams up and running. So I'll just wait a few seconds and wait for people to join the online streaming. RC for life. What's up? Yep, notification squad. Ultimate Traxxas, man. Hey, what's going on? Squad, no, I understand. Lewis LPRC, what's going on? Good morning. RC King, why are you doing this so early? Reason being, because the availability on that. I'm in New York, yeah. Let me get this thing going. Daniel Davis, nice body. Thank you very much. Good morning. What time is it anyway? It's 10:19. If you're on the West Coast, you're probably going to see this at 7:19 in the morning or 8:19, depending on how it works out. All right. I'll wait a couple of seconds for guys to jump in there. I don't even know how to say this. 6LAHTI. I'm not too sure how to say that, but okay. It's 7:20. You see, I kind of figured that. Ultimate Traxxas, man. Laughing out loud. I have a snow day today. I've been wrenching my RCs. Excellent. KO Carter, good morning. Coffee RC head. Tyler Stone, what's going on, my brother? Anyway, once again, just start off the presentation. This is the Traxxas New York City 007 bangers. What's going on, Daniel? Daniel Davis says, what I want to know. I want you to get more detail on the mysterious fifth scale. I'm slash fanatic. I don't know if people keep telling me about it, and you seem to know a lot of it. Well, like I said, I saw that on an email at one of the hobby shops that I go to. It was set release for the hobby shops, and then they ended up taking down that information. So, have I seen a visual of it? No, but I did see the text from Traxxas itself. So that would be something people are going to be getting. The RC, in theory, if I think it's going to be what it's going to be, you're probably looking at a little bit more than $1,000 for that. So let's begin. Traxxas Rally. Traxxas Rally 110 scale was a platform that came out right before the slash 4x4 LCG came out, and they ended up coming out with the Rally beforehand. I've done a lot of customization videos with this, but it's never really ever been completed on that. Armand, what's going on? It's never been completed since that point on. So I ended up doing a few customized videos. I'm gonna start off with the body and then work my way around it with this. So this is a PlayStation 4 body. I ended up doing a custom paint job for myself. I mean, there's a few other decals that I wanted to put over here just to make it a little bit more of a race scheme, which I have not done yet, which I should be doing very soon. Here's the back of it. As you can see, I do have I'll give you this on the back. A lot of people don't get to see this. There goes the GeoStealth R1 license plate and everything that was on there. So primarily, these are not stickers. These in actuality were painted inside the body. So if anything ever got scratched, as you can see, this is the top of it. You can't really scratch it off because it was painted on the inside. So this is the interior of it. I had to back it in white. So as you can see, it's pretty nicely set up on there. I think I did a pretty good, decent job with this. There's the PS logo on there. I ended up doing a rally from the Traxxas line just to match it up. This is the PS4 version, and the other version is the PlayStation Vita. So yeah, so here's where we're at with the body. I think I did an okay job, since I try to do my paint jobs as cool as possible and stuff like that. So there's a few other things that I want to do with the body, but this is my show body on the Traxxas 110 scale rally. So that being said, I'm going to open up the lid and see what's going on internally. you're gonna see a few things that I have over here, that stuff that I want to do to this RC and stuff that I need to do with the RC. So I'm gonna start off with the outside. I ended up giving my Dusty Motor shroud for to one of my friends who I ended up doing a video with, and I had to get into the shroud. So this is the Dusty Motor shroud. I still have the Velcro around the chassis. This is for the Traxxas Rally and slash 4x4 LCG chassis. So I ended up getting it in blue. That's primarily what goes on this RC for the Dusty Motor shroud. If you're ever interested, go to dustymotors.com and check them out. So I have to put that back in there. So I'm gonna work my way from the front, work my way to the back, and also give you guys a heads up of what type of upgrades that I'm gonna be doing to this RC as of late. So I found that overheating my electronics. Well, you definitely have to put a fan into your ESC so it doesn't overheat. It definitely is a breathable mesh. If you're riding around a 90-degree day, it's going to be a lot hotter. Even 85-degree up, it's going to have a little bit of heat. It is a breathable fabric, but you are going to develop a little bit of heat. Just check out your temperatures when you are putting a Dusty Motor shroud. But if you're ripping around this, 80 below, you shouldn't have any issues with heating on that aspect. All right, so let's start this off. The car is fully RC screwed kit, rcscrews.com. It's RCSCREWZ. So definitely check that out. So we'll start off with the front. This is in actuality a specific bumper. This is the front bumper from T-Bone Racing. It's that nylon plastic, and they ended up wrapping it with another bumper piece. Definitely recommend it if you're doing a rally setup on there. Also, the power strokes I ended up installing into this. This is from Proline, ProlineRacing.com. Sway bar kit I ended up installing with that. Not for nothing. These Proline shocks are one of the best things on the market. Aluminum. Let me see. Let's go over here. Aluminum steering right there. Also, I ended up throwing with the aluminum um, hexes for the rims. You are going to be putting a lot of torque. One thing I need to upgrade is these plastic drive shafts. I am going to go with the MIP drive shafts. I'm not gonna go with the Traxxas one. I might go to Traxxas one because I do have aluminum in the front. It does scratch it up. If I go with the Traxxas Velocity drive shafts, I shouldn't have any issues. We'll see what happens. I might take off one from another RC, put that MIP drive shafts, and put the Velocities on this. As for the electronics that are here right now, as you can see, my receiver is on the top right here. I ended up having a Sidewinder 8 system in here, which I'm going to be changing out. Probably going back to the VXL system, or I'm probably going to put in either another Sidewinder 8 or a Mama Monster 2200 kV. Mama Monster system, the censored system is what I'm looking at right now. So it's going to be the Mama Monster X censored. So that would definitely, yes, it's the same exact platform, the slash LCG chassis. So you'll notice like this is like a Sidewinder 3 mount that I put onto this, but the motor and the electronics were from, I believe it was from the Yeti 110 scale. I just put it in there just to have it in there available for that, like the fan and everything. All this stuff is going to be changed out very soon. I do have the Traxxas drive shaft, but that's going to be changed out soon. I do have the battery extender inside, which I have to update on there. And also the gearing has to be changed out internally over here, especially that I have to put a metal mount. I'm not too sure which company I'm going to go with the metal mount. On my slash 4x4, I do have Integy metal mount. I'm going to get off of that. We're going to go mod 1. And I believe on the internal part, I do have the center diff, which is right here. Also, let's go from the rear for you to check out a few things that I have on the rear. This is the rear bumper from T-Bone Racing. I have that installed over there. All the parts that I have on this is either aluminum from Traxxas or RPM. So I have RPM rear arms, RPM front arms, RPM shock towers for the front and rear, and the aluminum, which is going to be right here. So that's another cool feature. I'm going to change out the The linkage will be blue from Traxxas. The good and bad things about it is I've had the linkages from Traxxas beforehand installed into these vehicles. On the steel ones, they bend. On the Traxxas aluminum ones, they do break. So that's something to look out for. Here's the rear sway bar that I have installed into there. I do have to strengthen the differentials within this RC. And what else? Here's the underneath the chassis right now. Not too much to talk about. I ended up having the RPM front bulkhead onto this RC. The pros and cons, I went through three of them, and they all three of them broke around here. This was the weak point and stuff like that. Never returned it back to RPM, which technically I can do that because I have the slash 4x4 and I have this one, so they should be able to give me replacement ones. I just haven't done it because of laziness. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this down right now, and I'll just go over a few of the statements that you guys have been leaving out there. Remand 8, what's going on? New York City 007 says, I see that the intercooler, how much is that boosting? I think it's a 12 volt. Daniel Davis, I found the overheating electronics. Yeah, but the heating doesn't leave the mesh. It keeps the heating inside. Yes, it does. It all depends on the type of temperatures that you're running during the outside. I prefer running it cool. There are pros and cons to having the mesh. You can leave the mesh on, open up the zipper, which will give it a little bit more cooling. What you don't want is a whole bunch of rocks and everything like that going onto your drive shaft and tearing up your drive shafts or getting into the internal power for the center drive shaft. New York City 007 says, I agree. My ES always overheats with the dusty cover. It's supposed to be a water resistant cover and it does keep out rocks. But if you are running it into summertime, my recommendation is, you don't need to use it, or open up the zipper. Looks like a slash LCG chassis. That's the platform and that's why this is before the slash 4x4 LCG came out. This is the platform that they had, and then they released the slash 4x4 LCG. New York City 007 says, G, put a 1650 kV motor in there. That's a possibility to throw that in there. Daniel Davis, VXL is the best system for the slash. I had for the slash 4x4, the Mama Monster system. I love the way it just it woke up the slash 4x4. New York City 007 Banger says, I got bored of the VXL after a while bashing. The ground's very nice system for these RCs. It's true. Wired RC, Trax is tough. Daniel Davis says, you don't need to strengthen the differentials. You need to get a slipper diff. Yes, that's what I recommended. I do have that Robinson Racing over there. Tyler X Max video. I already did the X Max video. I think it was the second to last video they ended up doing. Wired RC. It's raining in New York and snowing in Texas. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I know somebody in Texas. They were sending me videos from Texas. So I was like, wow, it's snowing. New York City 007 says, Gee, that was a joke. I was joking around with you. Turbo in a cooler front body. Okay. Dark Knight, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Good morning, Ultimate Traxxas man. Snowing in Massachusetts today. Oh, you're in Boston? I mean, well, I don't know what part of Massachusetts you're in, but to me, people say Massachusetts. I think Boston. Dark Knight, PlayStation 4 body is nice. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so let's talk about what other upgrades that I'm going to be putting in there. It all depends on the ESC motor system that I'm going to install in there. That I'm going to do in an up and coming video that's going to be happening very soon. I'm just curious. Oh yes, that is the RPM chassis from bulkhead. I didn't realize that the RPM was installed in there. So over here is where I find the weak points. This has cracked on my slash 4x4 three times already. So I have three broken ones right now. But yeah, so but this is on the rally. The cool thing about this, it does give you a cover piece for these servos, but eventually you'll get rocks in there. RC Steven, what's going on? Eventually you get rocks in there, and a few times you'll get rocks in here. Definitely get a stronger servo. Metal preferably. I'm most likely going to go with save ox and stuff like that. So what I'm going to be doing with this RC, I do want the Raleigh to have the TSM system. That's definitely something I want onto this. I do want it to run on 6S. This is mostly a drifter RC, but you know it would be nice to even have this on a 4S. That would be cool to have on there. I do need to put on the Techno RC center drive shaft. If you are utilizing this type of setup, the Techno RC center drive shaft is the way to go. Slipper differential will be installed in there with the Robinson Racing. I do have that inside. I have to change that out. All the links are going to be blue aluminum just to match up a little bit more for the theme. I'm not too sure if I'm going to dye the chassis black. I've already dyed the chassis black for the slash 4x4 and it was a headache. But that's most likely possibly going to be going into the RC. I'm not too sure as of right now. Um, what else? I know RPM makes the Nerf bars for this right now. I have it on my slash 4x4. I'm most likely going to put the Nerf bars in for the rally just to make the whole RC equal as of right now. Let me see. Did you miss anything? You missed the beginning introductions of this. Nothing too crazy. Um, Wyatt RC, I'm live in Connecticut. What? Born What? Oh, you were born in New Orleans. Oh, you ended up going to Connecticut. That's a big transition. New York City Double F7 says that looks like a better design on the bulkhead than the slash. No, nah, it has a weak point on it. Nick VO, I don't know how much my slash 4x4 LCG is super heavy for some reason. I don't know I don't know how, but my slash 4x4 is super heavy for some reason. Um, what can you do to change out the weight? Lighten up the shocks. I mean, I know Proline has a pro spec shock that you could put on there. I have that installed in my slash two-wheel drive. Other things you can do to take away from the weight. Definitely change out the linkage. Either you're gonna go with an aluminum linkage, or you're gonna go with a titanium linkage from Lunsford. The type of tires do contribute to a lot of the weight that you're gonna be utilizing on there. Um, what else would I say to stop heaviness on this? I'm not too sure what type of motor and ESC that you're utilizing, but that you need to look into there. Stainless steel screws, you won't even notice the weight that takes off of there when you're doing that. If you do have lights for your slash 4x4, take them off, see if see if the body's contributing to the weight of the chassis. And also the MIP drive shafts, if you're utilizing it, those things are heavy. It will add weight to your RC as well. So let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Tyler Stone says, I just switched out my ESC for one with TSM. And when I drive it, it cuts out. Do you know what I should be doing? It shouldn't cut out. I would say use another remote control, bind it to another remote, see if that works out for it. That happened to me with my Stampede two-wheel drive, 4x4 Stampinky, and I ended up changing out the controller, and that was the issue on there. I would say reprogram the ESC, reprogram the ESC, calibrate the ESC, and also make sure you're on the right mode on there. Also check your batteries, make sure that all two or three cells are pretty much the same. If one of your batteries are offset, that could contribute to that. And if you get the opportunity, which you should not have an issue with, but my recommendation is get yourself if it's cutting out like that. I'm not too sure the type of servo that you're utilizing. Maybe the servo is pulling too much power. I would say get a cap. It's like a little thing that you plug into your receiver, and it's a little capacitor that sticks out. I think those go like around for $8. Get that for your RC to see the type of servo that you're utilizing. Usually, a servo pulls a lot of power, so definitely look into that if you want any type of assistance. Bu- 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 bum. Moto Matt, have you done an X Max part list yet? Yes, I did. If you're able to check out, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, I ended up doing a part list thing on the X Max. Definitely check that out. Just check out the list. All my RCs are doing a part list, updated rundown. So definitely check that out. I think as of right now, I have 11 videos. I think 11 or 13 videos that are out there right now. I'm going to be going through every one of my RCs. Some of them are going to have a lot more upgrades than others. I think the next couple that I'm going to be doing is RCs that don't have that many updates and upgrades. So what motor is that? I missed it. This is the motor. I'm changing that out. I mean, I do have the Valenian system over here. I'm going to change this out for a different type of motor, a 1/8 scale motor, which I used to have the Sidewinder 8 in it, but I ended up taking that out. That is the motor and ESC from the Axial Yeti, still made by Castle Creations and stuff like that. So think of this as a Sidewinder 3, and the motor is a 3150 kV motor. So I just put that in there for visual purposes. That will be changed out sooner than later for an 8 scale system because I did move my receiver box all the way up there, which I used to have. So let me see what else is happening. Tyler Stone, everything is stock. I think my battery is using the nickel metal hydrate. Definitely upgrade your battery for at least a 2 cell. See if that assists you. Definitely 2 cell, a minimum of 2 cell on that system that you have there. And call Traxxas technical support. They'll be able to give you a run list, but definitely do a reprogramming on the system, factory default everything. So see if that helps you out for any type of bogging that you have in there. So yeah, where else am I? I am going to change out these rally tires. I do like the rally tires. I do. I definitely do like the rally tires. I'm probably gonna get black rally tires. People are gonna probably tell me just dye it. Possibly not. Either that, I want to put 1/8 scale foams on this, just to give it its own, just to give it a theme of a speed type drifter. I'm gonna be going with a harder composite. I'm probably gonna go with the foams or GRPs just to make it a drifter RC. So what have I learned from this RC and what recommendations I can tell you to do with this? So a few recommendations I could tell you right off the bat. The platform that I have on this would be the platform of a slash platinum as of right now. The Where did I get the shock socks from? These shock socks are from badhorsey.com. There is going to be a part list in the description below of everything that I have on this RC. And once I start upgrading more and more, you're going to be seeing lot more integration with this RC in the next 2018 season. I want to complete this. I'm going to get a new body. I'm gonna get a new body for this, my little run body. For that, the PlayStation body will be the show, and the run body, I'll probably do another PlayStation 4 body, but a different type of setup. I've gotten a lot better in painting. What are my recommendations for you to get once you get a slash 4x4 LCG or the Rally LCG? Change up the drive shafts. Slipper clutch differential is definitely recommended. Change out the sensor drive shafts to a Techno RC. The shocks are pretty much, if you're able to set up your shocks, the plastic ones are from Traxxas, that's more than well enough. Make sure your spring rate is cool and have it that way. Also, other things I recommend for you to get, if you're able to get a T-Bone Racing bumpers on that, definitely a lifesaver when it comes down to integrating your type of RC. Let me put the body back on. Definitely recommended for you to do that. A lot of people, what they wanted to do with the rallies was give it its own race division. Back then when it ended up coming out, just to having and availability to have another type of race rally out there. Now, primarily my recommendation, if you are going to be doing a rally, the new Traxxas rally that came out, the it's a little bit more scale. As of right now, it's not as wide. They did shorten it down for it to have another a better scale look. The arms are a lot shorter for it to be just a more scaled setup rally. Uh, I believe right now they do have a brushed edition. Sooner or later, I believe they came out with the brushless edition already. It's still off the slash 4x4 platform, or it's the rally platform that slash 4x4 LCG ended up doing. So those are a few recommendations that I have. If you are doing the rally, the T-bone racing bumper will protect the body itself. You do have the internal bumper that's in there for the rally, but this in actuality gives it a little bit more rigidity on the bumper itself. As you can see, it gives me a little bit of clearance for that. So that's definitely recommended for you to guys to get. So if you have any questions, I'll come across and look at what you guys are writing right now for the last thing. Matt Moto, I have a Rustler VXL 2S, which Rustler is one of my favorite RCs. Cool, thank you, from New York City Bangers. What wheels do you have in mind for the rally? Um, I was thinking BSRs. I'm gonna be doing the BSR foams just to have that set up onto the rally. That would be a cool thing to have it. It's they have it in white, they have it in black. It just makes it a little bit more scale, and then you're able to drift a little bit easier on those foams. Let me see. Steve, there was a guy on Instagram, Dynamic Adhesions. You should get to him to paint one of your RCs. You know, I've seen a lot of heat of people getting RCs painted for them, especially like RC Spark Studios. He ended up getting a lot of heat for having the Bumblebee race edition set up like that. And you know, one of my most favorite painters out there is Oakman Designs. Me and Oakman have known each other for years. When he ended up starting his bodies, customization bodies, he was definitely a fan of the show. Definitely check him out. His designs. If you're looking to get a body done, I think Oakman is one of the best. Will I have somebody do a body for me? Who knows? I would like to showcase somebody's work. I mean, not that I need to keep their body, but I would like to showcase, somebody's work, and if they showed me their body to showcase on one of my RCs, I'd gladly showcase it on my channel and probably return it back to them. Depending on how it is. I just want to showcase that. A lot of people have done that for Hotness and Busted, the series that I had at one point for your RCs and stuff like that. So I might do that again. I might change it up a little bit to where I'll do a live video and with my iPad. Let me do something with this. Hold on. I have a pretty big iPad. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Like with my iPad, I'd be able to showcase, their Hotness and Busted and stuff like that, and we do a live stream about showcasing their RCs like this, and then you guys will give me a live feedback if you think the RC is awesome or if you think the RC is shot, and then once I did something like that, then it would be a cool little segment to have that set up. Let me see, is this thing bright enough? There we go. So definitely would be a cool segment for you guys to check out a few things and see exactly what they're going to be doing that very soon. So who knows? I might do a live Hotness and Busted. People just got to send me pictures, and we'll do something like that. Be as cruel as you want. Be as adamant as you want. On if you think somebody's piece looks really really nice. So show the Halloween body. Let me see. This is Steve that actuality won the Halloween contest that I have to send him a few things. Let me see if I can get this over here. I'm going to sign in to my account, and I'm going to show you. Now, he in actuality won a contest that I ended up doing, and he was the only one that entered. So by default, he won. So I have to send that out to him. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to send that out. Dun, 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 dun. Let me get into this. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that went through. Sorry, this is live feed, so I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Save. Okay. Now I go to inbox. It's downloading. There are a lot of things to download. Okay, so if I go into this, man, this is okay. I go into there. I go into attachments. Done. So I go into my flagged thing. It's still twirling, so I have to get that going. Dun 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 dun. Let me see if I have you over here. Find you real quick. Where is your email? I would have thought your email would have been visual. Like I said, I just upload. Oh, here we go. Mr. Steve. Trying to pull up the picture that he sent, which like I said, the only winner. It's still loading. I guess because I'm not gonna be giving any of your information out here, so don't worry about it. Dun, 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 dun. See more. Not all the images. It's not. Let me see. Let me see if I could just search through you. Sorry, people. This is live. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have it saved. I'm just trying to see where it was logged into because I have a whole bunch of stuff right here. So, uh, because the iPad is new, I haven't done anything when it comes down to uploading. Yeah, give it some time to upload. I have you saved somewhere over here. I just have to see what the heck are you? Because I have all the conversations that we've had as of late. So, dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are just off the topic. So, yeah, I definitely have to look for the attachment that's over here. I do have the attachment. Everything is loading up on this. So I'll just come across and start giving I let me see. Yeah, the cat. Show the Halloween, the cat. Yes, which is the only picture that I have. I wish more people entered. I wish so too. That Toy Story DVD or CD hasn't moved from the spot. Yeah, well, that's where it lives. That's where the Toy Story thing lives. It's the whole collection on there, and that's the Blu-ray collection that I ended up getting. I mean, if you guys notice, really, really, I don't know if I could zoom in, but right above that Toy Story is a mock replica of my Yamaha R1. So, all right. Yeah, this thing's taking forever to load. I wish I was able to show this pretty cool thing. It's a pretty cool cat that he ended up dressing up for Halloween. Ended up doing Halloween contests, and he was the only one that entered. So, like I said, by default, he won. So I'm gonna send him. I believe it's GOP tires or something like that. I'm not too sure. Yo, let me see. Get off the black tablet. All right, I'll get off the black tablet. Let me see. Geo. Play school tablet not working left of my house. Well, this in actuality is my work tablet. For that. If you guys ever know, I'll definitely say I'll definitely showcase the thing because this thing is taking forever to load up. So let me keep going. Let me see. Um, Michael Wilson, top of the morning. You must be in the East Coast. I'm in the West Coast. What I miss? Just a few things. Just a few things. A partless rundown on the rally. Let me see. New York City 007 bangers. XO1 CVD drive shafts can work on that rally. I believe so. It shouldn't be anything different than that, but they have a specific one for the slash 4x4. So I would say just go with that. If you are able to get the XO1 drive shafts, it shouldn't be too much of an issue as well because it's pretty much very similar platform. It's probably the same drive shaft. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's a little longer. I don't think so because the XO1 arms I'm utilizing on the slash 4x4 arms, the yellow ones that I utilize, I install that into my slash 4x4, so it should be the same diameter. So that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream of the Traxxas 110 scale rally. There will be updates and upgrades that I'm going to be utilizing in the near future for this for 2018. Hopefully, this little boy will be completed, and yeah, and that's primarily it. So if you have any questions, shoot me up on at GeoStealthR1, hashtag GeoStealthR1, on Yahoo, GeoStealthR1 on Yahoo. Also on Google Plus, I do have a lot of pictures, old school pictures that I put up there. Definitely check me out, GeoStealthR1 on Google Plus. Um, Badlands. I don't know if I would put Badlands on the rally. So that's something that's going to be out. What is the rally going for? Well, the new brushed rally is probably going for $320 on the brushed edition, or maybe $300. That will be my recommendation to you on this platform. At the time, please, maybe it was like 380. I don't know. It's a slash 4x4 platform. At the time of when I ended up doing this, this and XY was built from scratch. So this is probably right now worth with all the parts in there, probably $900, and this was built from the ground up. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Who knows? I don't really keep price tags on a lot of things of what I spent on, because if I did keep price tags, these bad boys would be like on a different financial level, on that aspect. And just to give you just a quick scenario, this is considered a 110 scale RC. Now, if you guys have been checking out my videos, you'll notice that I have another 110 scale RC. And just because you guys are here, I'll give you a size comparison between one and the other. So you'll be able to get a size comparison between that rally on their scale 110 scale, scenario, and also with the 110 scale Fortec. So I want you to see what really the size comparison is when you try to differentiate between one car and another. So you're looking at two similar cars that they scale out, and that's primarily this would be the 110 scale, real 110 scale type scenario that they have out there. HPI uses the platform, Tamiya, a few other companies for the on-road vehicles. The Traxxas 110 scale rally is more of a 110 scale short course vehicle. It is a little bit bigger. They did a lot better with the new rally, where they shrunk down the body and everything like that. But realistically speaking, I would think this, on the body size and the way it's set up, it's more closer to a 1/8 scale or a 1/9 scale vehicle, as opposed to you seeing it on the rally type scenario. And it looks a little bit bigger because of the camera. The camera, the way it's facing, this is a lot closer to the camera. But this is primarily a true 110 scale on-road vehicle. I just want to give you a size comparison on the two. Hopefully that helps you out when it comes to checking out a few things on scale versions of it. Let me see. 110. New York City 007 says, for sure, can't add what you spend on these RCs. I did that once, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? The rally makes it look like a 116 scale. Yes. Nader says, it seems like it's a smaller than the Traxxas TRX4 110 scale. Yeah, there's different size differentiations on what Traxxas thinks they have on a setup like that. So that being said, hopefully this video was informative to you. I was able to give you a little size comparison between the two, but this is, I'll pull this out of the way because we're not showcasing the Fortec 2.0. We are showcasing my Traxxas PlayStation 4 Rally. Would you buy it? I mean, it all depends. You can do a lot of conversions with this. It's off slash 4x4 LCG platform. So definitely something that I would say to be interested in if you want to get the Rally. That being said, at the price point, it's okay on the price point for you to look into get something like that. But this is my 110 scale Rally. I like it because I made it. So hopefully this video is informative to you. Definitely hit me on the notifications. If you like the content that I'm giving you, definitely give me a thumbs up. It does help out my channel. And it does, what that does is it gives people more of an opportunity to check out what I'm doing on my channel. Somebody made a comment on my channel one day that why is it I only have 15,000 subscribers? And I'll give you the reason why I only have 15,000 subscribers. I think it's mainly because during the summer times, I don't do RC videos. And around the summer times, I just, focus in on motorcycle riding and going to the beach, going camping this year, and traveling as well. On that aspect, a lot of people just fade away from my channel because during the months of like May, June, July, August, even September, I try to pull out a few things out there. We try to do special events, but I try to pull back from doing RC stuff. That's why when I get the opportunity, like now, I'm able to bang out more and more and more and more and more videos. So that being said, I personally think I do a lot of good content in talking about, the stuff to customize your RCs and stuff like that. I do have almost every platform on the Traxxas side. So I think when it comes down to the discussions of, stuff to get for your Traxxas vehicle, I think I'm very informative when it comes down to that, to when it comes down to customizations. Now, there are a lot of things that I'm not a Traxxas expert. I'm not a Traxxas engineer, and there's other things that people have done that have worked on their formula, and I do take that into consideration when somebody has had a formula that they think is pretty cool on their channel, and then I look at it on my channel and I try to adapt it and stuff like that. So definitely I always take a lot of people's feedback of what they're doing with their RC and what has worked and what has not worked and stuff like that, because realistically speaking, when you're doing this RC channel, you're getting information, and it's a pretty tight-knit community when you're doing customizations and stuff like that. So I definitely take people's opinion very strongly, when it comes down to that. So I think that's one of the main reasons why I only have 15,000 subscribers, and also because people want to see me run my vehicles. Now, do I run my vehicles? Yes, I do. If you ever, one of my counterparts, Everyday RC, has a lot of run videos that I do, and which is a cool thing because when I do my run videos, I do that more for me, because a lot of times I just don't plop down the camera right here. As you can see, I have it on my tripod. I don't plop it down and start, shooting videos. A lot of time that's more of my personal thing that I do, in rocking, scenarios like that. So that's one of the main reasons. I consider my channel to be an informative channel, kind of like a West Coast Customs Pimp Your RC type channel. And now what I'm doing right now is doing a lot more interactions with you guys from the YouTube community, just more of a one-on-one basis of stuff that you would want to interact with when it comes down to upgrading and detailing your RCs. So a lot of people like that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people like to see installation videos of me putting stuff in. A lot of people don't. So it's all upon preference, and I can't make everybody happy. So these are the last statements I'm going to be reading off. New York City 007 Bangers. Traxxas has their own scale. To me and Losi are more like to scale. Yeah, I think Axial is one of the best scale vehicle thing out there. Lewis LPRC says, because Gio is a gangster and real, no flashy videos. I tried, I tried to do my thing. Steve, I love the T-Bone Rally parts. Definitely check them out. TBoneRacing.net, I believe it is called. Lejay, when you giving us some run? When you gonna give us some run videos? Sooner than later. Lewis LP RC says just keeping making videos the way you want them. G. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad people enjoy the content that I'm doing on my channel. New York City 007 says you must have every Traxxas RC. They should sponsor you. Traxxas has a love hate with me. Um, I think the most discouraging part of trying to be sponsored by Traxxas, and I'm not going to say allegedly like I usually do. This is primarily what I was spoken to from a representative of Traxxas. I don't have the viewership content to be sponsored by Traxxas. I believe the statement that was made to me was, I don't have 1 million subscribers to be sponsored by a company like Traxxas. So I do have 4 million hits. I just don't have the subscriber content, and people do watch my channel. I mean, they have watched my channel. They specifically watched the channel when I ended up doing the X Max. What the heck happened with their 8 scale upgrade, and a lot of people, a lot of things didn't transpire the way they should have when I did that video. And they know about they Traxxas knows about my channel, uh, because I own almost every Traxxas electronic video. Realistically speaking, I could take these RCs and make a huge bash video and run each and every one of them into the wall and probably get 1 million hits. And I could come across and, badmouth them and say, you know what, F you, and bash every single one of their RCs. And I could just do a whole video segment, on each and every one of their RCs every day of the week, and eventually one of them videos would hit. But I'm not like that. I'm a really good supporter of Traxxas. I think what Traxxas has done is they're being very innovative with the RCs that they come out with. Um, I think this RC, other than their Slash, has been one of their bigger sellers out there, and they try to innovate stuff. They try to innovate. The XO1. When they came out with that, they come across and do the catamaran. When Axial and HPI were not releasing products, that was the perfect opportunity for them to release the TRX4. They do a lot of brand licensing, which companies like Arma, which people love Arma as a basher and stuff like that, but Arma has not branded any of their RCs. They look great, they bash around really well and stuff like that, but they haven't released anything where, you look at it and be like, oh my God, that's a Ford Bronco and everything like that. They have not done that. I think that's where their price point is different, and a lot of people like to run Arma, but they haven't, really, really released, a scale RC. Not that I've seen a Proline company come up with their bodies on there. Not as of yet. They're starting to do now production of things, but Armor's going through logistics right now. I believe Traxxas has won their suit allegedly with the whole e-revo thing. So that's from what I understand. So that will put a dent into Arma. This is what I believe will happen in the near future. Now, a lot of people can take this with a grain of salt, but this is what I believe would happen, and this is a few rumblings that I've heard. So, Hobbyco, as you guys well may know, has gone through their Chapter 11 and trying to restructure their their RCs, their RC production line and everything like that. I believe because of the lawsuit that's initially transpired with Arma, allegedly, and the amount of money that needs to be paid out because of that scenario, I believe in the near future, because of the transition of Hobbyco, I believe Traxxas will purchase Arma. And that's my opinion. I've heard a few rumblings about that, and I think, why not be a type of division? If you can't beat them, join them. Why not? Because that would definitely make Traxxas a bigger powerhouse on that aspect. And I know right now, because of the whole scenario that's happening out there, that could be in flourishing. So we'll see what initially transpires with that. All right, where are we going? Oh, yes. Okay. Ultimate Traxxas man, you were one of the ones that turned me on upgrading my RCs a few years ago. Oh, thank you very much, Ultimate Traxxas man. Daniel Davis, Traxxas is not all that. They are cut up and loved by cars. Yeah, that's true. New York City 007s. Why can't you do pre-recorded vids in the summer and just push them when you're occupied during the summer hobbies? I have done that during the summer videos. I do pop in things, but I'm probably going to be doing a lot of motorcycle vlogging very soon. We'll see what happens with that. Tyler Stone says it's crazy. They should show you some love for all your support. This is the love that Traxxas has showed me. They know who I am. Their customer support knows who I am. So they've been very good to me when it comes down to me having damaged products. Personally, I entered their contests. There's a contest that Traxxas released to where you could win $10,000 worth of RCs or go 230 miles per hour on a Traxxas drag car. I went with option two. If somebody wins their $10,000 thing, put me on that drag car, and I would love just to do that. I would even be videotaped on film by Traxxas as the winner. I'll come across and tell them, hey, this is Giovanni with from Geo Stealth R1. And definitely you see me wear my t-shirts and everything as I go in there. So hopefully Traxxas, if somebody wins the $10,000 worth of RC stuff, I would definitely love to be the guinea pig to get that drag racing experience. And also another thing that I do want to do is hopefully one of Traxxas's reps hears this. Nor do I have to film it. I don't need to film every video blog. I'm pretty sure you guys would like to see the inner workings of the Traxxas warehouse, but I would like to see. I would like to go to the Traxxas warehouse and see where all their video production is, and see their construction and their engineering department and stuff like that. Stuff like that I don't need to release on video because a lot of things that Traxxas does likes to keep it secret. But that being said, I would love to see their production. How they integrate everything that they have in there and see what's initially transpiring with their vehicles and stuff like that. So hopefully, we'll see what happens in the near future. Let me see. Um, Let me see. Tyler Stone, it's crazy. They should show you support for. Yeah. Nah, I wish they did. Uh, Daniel Davis, sorry, but Traxxas haters, when it comes to that, why they only produce their own clips and their batteries seems like the production, but they need to stop being haters and just let other companies. You know what? I think the RC thing has been over fluctuated with too many new companies, so that's primarily it. Steve DeClark, what's going on? New York City 007 Banger says that would be one big power move for Traxxas to buy armor out. That would be, but that's like I said. I have a sneaky suspicion of something like that. Lewis LP RCs. People are going to be buying armors like crazy now. Well, from what I understand, production, getting parts is going to be crazy for the next 6 months. David Jonathan Vlogs. What's up, bro? Hey, what's going on? Steve the Clock. I was going online just now to buy either the Creighton or the Outcast or the Talon, but still don't know which one of these to get. What do you think? Um, the Talon. I think that's a pretty cool RC. I've heard a lot of great things about that. I mean, Creighton. I mean, by far, but the Talon seems just look like a mean buggy. New York City Double Sevens. Looking forward to the motorcycle vlogs. As you know, I'm a big supporter of motorcycle enthusiasts. Yo, dude, I love, especially living on Long Island. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but now that I'm at Long Island, it's nothing but speed runs out there. I have no governor on my motorcycle. I have ECU Unleashed, full pipe exhausts, velocity stacks, power PC5 that's installed in there, and I pretty much I go balls out when it comes out to that. David says I used to work at Traxxas. Oh, you used to work at Traxxas. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, give me their contact information of who I need to speak to get in there. Let me see. Steve the Clark says I feel bad because I own mainly Traxxas, but if they buy armor, I don't feel so bad about buying one. I'm a very big supporter of Traxxas. When it comes down to that. I mean, I have Axial vehicles and I have Kyosho vehicles as well. 600 Bubba, try the Senton. Daniel Davis by the Talon. Tyler Stone by the Creighton. David Jones vlogs. I worked second shift for the warehouse, and Traxxas cars are made in Taiwan and mainly, yeah, they're made in Taiwan and they're all packaged there. I heard about a whole big situation where they ended up taking out a few things. That's why at one point there was that Traxxas sticker other than the Traxxas wrap, and that was a big scenario that they had to go. You guys had to do that ASAP. Tyler Stone says Creighton. Lewis LPRC races. I think I'm going to be buying. I think I'm going to buy the new Armored Typhoon right now after this video is over. Oh, all right. Don't rush me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyway, hopefully this video is informative to you. Like I said, when I do these live streams, we do definitely go off topic of the Traxxas Rally 110 scale. And we do talk about other things and stuff like that. That's why I like to do these one-on-one interactions with you guys. And hopefully you guys that rewatch this video or people that are just watching it on different types of areas get to crack up and check out a few things and stuff like that that we're talking about. And, we definitely do get off topic and but mainly like I said, the Traxxas Rally 110 scale is the initial platform, because this came out before the slash 4x4 LCG came out. So this was the initial platform for that, but I'm pretty sure Traxxas was very well aware that it's going to be the slash LCG platform, but they released it for the Traxxas Rally first, media wise and everything like that. So hopefully this video was informative to you. Thank you very much for joining the channel. Warhawk Legend 69, what's going on? And you should walk inside Traxxas and repair a lobby with it indoors and go to the warehouse. You can see, I see it through the window. I should go in there. I probably get yelled at by a few people. Like I said, a few people from Traxxas. They know my channel and, they love hate, I guess. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are very well informed about getting the Rally and stuff like that. You can convert it into a slash 4x4. You can convert it to a speedster. Delta Plastics, you throw a Delta Plastics things over here. You make this into an 8-cell setup. You can rip the road. So there's a whole bunch of things you could do with the Traxxas Rally 110 scale slash 110 scale 4x4, whatever you want to call it. So once again, hit the notifications button so you guys get to see the live streams that are happening in there. If you like my video content, definitely give me a thumbs up. Does help out the channel. Does let it fluctuate out there. What we're looking to do is try to get more subscribers, try to get people more informed about the video interactions that I'm doing with you guys with that. And once again, I might release a video later on today. It all depends. So definitely hit the notification thing and stuff like that. So rate, comment, subscribe. Until my friends up on YouTube. Later.